Greetings once again. This is a homily for the 17th Sunday of the year. And as I've said so many times before, these so-called ordinary Sundays are to help us to really do some mental hygiene and get our relationship to God more close to reality. And so what we have here in these readings today is a gospel, which is the text of the Our Father, and it's allied with this parable about a man going to his neighbor to get some bread for his family. And what is happening is we're seeing the Our Father as, if you like, the ideal description of how I see God. All of us have kind of very flattened views of God, either God as demanding retribution for everything, which is, of course, dealt with in the first reading, where God is relenting in his punishment towards the sins of the city of Sodom. And Abraham is interceding for the people of the city. He's not in favor of their behavior, but he wants at least to let God, get God to have them continue to live. And what the Our Father does is it goes through the different elements of our relationship so that we can see that it is, first of all, a recognition of the amazing difference between us and God. If we think we've got God nailed, then we definitely haven't got God nailed. And so we get this beautiful prayer, which, let me just find it here. Hallowed be your name. In other words, the respect, the awesome kind of recognition of who God is. Give us each day our daily bread, that we still know that God has a hand in us getting just the very basic things that we need for life, and forgive us our sins. Interestingly enough, coming immediately after giving us our daily bread, that first of all we need to be fed, and then we can start paying attention to, if you like, higher order things. And do not subject us to the final test, that we are praying that we not be literally tested by the end of this world, which may come in our lifetimes, not to be melodramatic or anything. And then in the parable, you have the what is essentially a very long parable, but basically he is saying, seek and you shall find. What you have Jesus saying is, look, say the Our Father, obviously say it regularly, use it as a map to describe your relationship with God, and then be persistent. It's interesting to note how many religious orders take vows of stability, that they just keep on doing what they need to do. Another kind of religious order takes the vow of perseverance, again for the same reason, because we can be knocked off track very quickly just by some terrible event, whatever, and immediately the event has happened. We should have enough chutzpah to be able to say, let me persevere in my prayer. I'm not going to get angry with God because this terrible thing, whatever it is, has happened. But then just briefly on the second reading, you have Paul writing to the Colossians, and Paul is talking in terms of power, and that too is something that we underestimate. We're taught daily, every TV program, every news bulletin, everything, even every documentary is simply about willpower. You've got to just keep on going. And that's all well and good, but in fact, God has given us power and immense spiritual power. We only have to ask and we will receive. So there is a lot here, but it's basically fleshing out how we see God and therefore how we relate to Him. Thank you.